Samsung has officially launched the Galaxy M56. And if you have seen the Galaxy A56, you might get a feeling of resemblance because this one's looking kinda identical. But the M56 packs a few surprises of its own. So if you're thinking about getting a new phone, or you're just curious what Samsung's latest mid-ranger is really bringing on the table, sit back, grab your coffee or energy drink or whatever fills your screen time because this is gonna be a full deep dive. Let's kick things off with the design. So visually, it's almost twin to the Galaxy A56. Almost same clean camera layout, same flat edges, and the same vibe that screams minimal and classy. It's got glass on the front and back, both protected with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, which is pretty rare in this segment. This is the same protection used in flagships, and at just 7.2 thickness, this thing is crazy thin for a phone with a 5000 milliamps battery. It's like thin but not fragile, smooth but grippy. Color options. As of now, Samsung's keeping it clean. No neon gradients or rainbow finishes, just elegant professional colors. Next up, the screen. This is where Samsung always flexes a bit, and the M56 doesn't disappoint. You get a 6.74-inch Super AMOLED Plus display, and yes, it's FHD Plus resolution. The panel is smooth thanks to the 120Hz refresh rate, and the peak brightness is around 1200 nits, so outdoor visibility is totally fine. Whether you're watching YouTube, editing Insta stories, or doom scrolling, the display hits. HDR content look vibrant, bezels pretty minimal, chin is slightly thicker, but nothing deal breaking. Under it, the M56 runs on the Exynos 1480 chipset built on the 4 nanometer process. Now, I know Exynos gives some people PTSD, but this one's actually decent. It's got Xclipse 530 GPU based on AMD RDNA 2, same tech that has been in Galaxy flagships. You're getting smooth multitasking, casual gaming is good, and even heavier stuff like Genshin is playable with some tweaks. Thermals are well managed, no major heating even during 4K recordings or long calls. As for memory, there's 8GB LPDDR5 RAM and storage is 128GB UFS 3.1. Super fast read and write speed. You also get expandable storage via hybrid SIM slot, so microSD support is still alive. Software-wise, it ships with Android 15 running on One UI 7. Samsung software is clean, customizable, and optimized. There's no major bloatware here, and even the Samsung apps like Notes and SmartThings are actually useful. You get Samsung Docs for security, secure folder, Samsung Wallet, and all the ecosystem stuff if you are using Galaxy Buds, Watch, or SmartTag. Here's the big win. Samsung is promising 4 years of OS update and 6 years of security patches. That's better than many flagships from other brands. Coming to the camera, the Galaxy M56 features a triple rear camera setup headlined by a 50 megapixel primary sensor accompanied by a 8 megapixel ultra wide lens and a 2 megapixel macro sensor. On the front, it houses a 32 megapixel selfie camera promising sharp and detailed self portraits. In daylight conditions, the 50 megapixel sensor does a fantastic job. Photos come out crisp and good dynamic range. And Samsung's color science leads slightly toward vibrant tones, which makes images look punchy and social media ready. The 8 megapixel ultra wide lens also captures barely usable shots, while there is a noticeable drop in detail compared to the main camera, especially around the edges. The color remains consistent. The 2 megapixel macro sensor, as expected, is more of a filler. It can capture close ups but with limited sharpness and inconsistent focus, something we have seen across many phones in this segment. Low light performance is decent thanks to Samsung's Galaxy Night Mode. The M56 manages to reduce noise and retain clarity in dim environments. Battery life, you're getting a 5000 milliamp cell, and with the 4 nanometer chip plus AMOLED display, it easily lasts a full day, sometimes even a day and a half with normal use. Charging is handled by 45-watt fast charging, though the charger is still not in the box. You'll go from 0 to 50% in around 30 minutes with the right adapter. The Galaxy M56 has a 5G support, of course. It also has Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3, USB Type-C 2.0 and 12-band GPS. Now, that not so great news. No NFC, no stereo speaker, yep, still single speaker audio, loud but not immersive. No headphone jack and no official IP rating, so don't go dunking it in water. Samsung Dex is missing, sadly, no desktop mode. So here's the tea. The Galaxy M56 is basically the A56 in disguise, but with slightly different priorities. It's designed more for performance and endurance than for being flashy. At $300, you're getting premium build, stunning display, decent performance, clean software with long-term updates, solid main camera, great battery life, but you'll have to live with no stereo speakers, no NFC, no IP rating, average ultra-wide and macro sensors. So, who is it for? If you want a phone that's balanced, reliable, long-lasting, and feels premium without crossing $300, this one's a smart pick. Just don't expect gaming beast or audio magic. So, what do you think? Is the Galaxy M56 the new mid-range king or just another solid Samsung drop? Hit the comments, tell me your thoughts, and if this helped you out, smash that like, share it with a friend hunting for a phone.